To harass the ex-girlfriend who had abandoned him 5 years ago, the CEO asked her to jump into the pool to retrieve the $1 million watch. Seeing this, the other guests immediately took out their phones and started recording. They planned to upload this scene to the internet. In fact, they were witnessing a countdown to the girl's life ending. Because the girl was currently living with an artificial heart, if it got wet and lost power, her life would be in danger. The CEO was completely unaware of this. Besides, it was because of the CEO that the woman lost her heart. 7 years ago, they were a couple envied by everyone. Then, following the death of the CEO's father and the company's bankruptcy, he became penniless overnight. It was then that his girlfriend broke up with him. No matter how humbly he pleaded, she refused to stay with him because he was so poor. It was the CEO's first taste of the world's cold indifference. Then, in just 3 short days, a mysterious tycoon injected tens of millions into the bankrupt company, bringing it back to life. The CEO instantly became a business legend who rewrote the company's fate. Little did he know that it was all thanks to his ex-girlfriend. She had traded her healthy heart to the tycoon in exchange for the multi-million-dollar investment. However, the woman hadn't expected to become pregnant after leaving the CEO. Because of her artificial heart, the child was frail and sickly. Over the years, she worked odd jobs to afford medical bills. Even though their life was unbearably hard, the woman never thought of seeking out the CEO, because she only had 3 months left to live. She didn't want a reunion to turn immediately into another farewell. She just wanted to quickly raise her daughter's medical expenses before dying. One day, when she came to the hospital for a checkup, she ran into the CEO's friend. Seeing how destitute the woman had become after leaving the CEO, the friend not only mocked her, but also deliberately boasted about the CEO's engagement to anger her. The woman thought to herself that she and the CEO now lived in different worlds, so she pretended not to care and immediately left. Unexpectedly, as soon as she left, the attending physician ran out to return her dropped medical record card. The CEO's friend, who had been gloating over the woman's illness, heard the doctor say that the woman wasn't sick, but had donated her heart to a tycoon 7 years ago. The friend recalled that it was the time of the CEO's company bankruptcy 7 years ago. He decided to investigate exactly what had happened. One day, while delivering food, the woman happened to arrive at the CEO's engagement party. The CEO felt an inexplicable sense of familiarity when he saw her. He couldn't imagine that the delivery person was his ex-girlfriend who had abandoned him years ago. The woman had planned to deliver the food and leave quickly, but a loose thread from her clothing snagged on the table, knocking over drinks. Startled, she immediately offered to pay for the damage. The CEO's fiancé mocked her, saying she couldn't afford to compensate with her wages. The CEO looked the girl up and down, and seeing her predicament, decided to let her go. A friend recognized the woman's identity. The CEO, stunned, yanked off the woman's mask. He didn't expect to reunite with his ex-girlfriend at his engagement party after 7 years. The guests were all people who had witnessed their love years ago, and knew the woman had been vain and had abandoned the CEO. So everyone began mocking the woman. At this moment, the woman only wanted to pay for the loss and leave quickly. The CEO angrily declared that the woman still owed him her affections. When he saw that the woman still kept their photos together, he thought she was doing it intentionally to seek reconciliation. To